Hey, good morning. Welcome to our Thursday co-working session. We'll be working together for 25 minutes. We'll take a 5-minute break. We'll do another 25 minutes of working. I'm Stephanie Perry. I'm working on my book, Job Detox, a workbook for Black women to stop striving and get free. All right, welcome. All right, if you're here this morning, and we already have 13 people here this morning, bright and early, 5:30. If you're here, go ahead and let us know what you're working on for our co-working session today so that we can go ahead and jump in on it, jump into it. And that's it. I am at the point in my writing process where I just need to go in and fill in some like statistics and quotes from other people. Today, I'm actually going to be, oh shoot, I'm not set up for it though, so it's going to take me a second. Today, I'm actually going to be listening on my phone during the co-working session. I'm going to be listening to some videos so that I can pull out some quotes from some people who I want to quote, some women whom I've already interviewed. So that's what I'm going to be doing during this session with my earphones. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead. I see you guys. Okay. I see you guys getting your good morning greetings in and your sorry about all the noise and the rumbling and what we're working on. Okay, good morning, Ms. Yolanda Gale. Still working on my book. Good morning, Teresa. Working on my action items today. Monique, morning, afternoon, good evening. Running my next book through Grammarly. All right, good. And then Word before sending it to the editor for final edits. Wonderful. Good morning, A Divine Artist, working on some revisions. Good morning, Vasa. Back to the outline today, continuing to flesh it out. MSB Aromatherapy. Good morning, shredding papers, going over plans for my for the Exodus Accountability Group homework. Oh, okay, good, good. Which accountability group are you in? Good morning, Kathy, working on second chapter, When Ceilings Fall. Kathy's writing a book. Ashe Irie, good morning, continuing with finalizing KDP project, ATFA art appraisals, doing research this morning for an art appraisal. Okay, good. Good morning, Halisi, our Black Utopia. We have a sunny day here in Lisbon, so we are going out to enjoy it. Enjoy it. Bom dia. Life with Sister Spice. Good morning, ladies. Prepping one of my cars to sell. Oh, listening to a book for part of my certification. Good. Good morning, Commissioner Tia. Finishing an outline. Good morning, Katrina. Photo captions for Shutterstock. Katrina is selling stock photos. Finance Accountability Group. Okay, good. Oh, that's good. All right. Hope you guys are getting some money, right? Hope you're seeing some money back in your pockets. Good morning, April. Working on my book bio. All right, friends. Okay, let's not delay. Let's go ahead and get the timer started and get our first work session in. Okay, 25 minutes. Okay. Y'all can't hear that. There it is. Mm. doing on time? I'm watching. I got to stop the video. Okay. All right, we're done with session one of our Thursday co-working session. How was that for you? I need to finish this sentence. Period. All right. How was that for you? I went through. I don't. Did I tell you this? Yeah, I told you guys this yesterday. I made a list of five. I made a list of four, but I made a list of five videos that I need to pull quotes from. I just pulled quotes from two. Check that and check that. I didn't have them queued up yet or anything, which I should have done. So I had to first pull up the video and then cue it to the place, right? Find the place where I remember someone saying something that I wanted to quote. I didn't even have that prepared. So I got 2 out of 5, but we'll do it again. We'll do the second round and hopefully I'll get to 4 out of 5. The fifth one may not actually exist. It may need to be an interview. You know, how you like the fifth one, I'm not certain that she said what I think she said. I think she's just a person who would be a good person for that quote. So I may need to just send her an email and be like, hey, can you answer this question for me? All right, so how did you do that first round? Oh, let me set the timer. I'm back on that. Okay, we'll take our 5-minute break. Erica, good morning. Full audio of Marie Kondo's book is available for free on YouTube. Okay. Okay, as a creator of content, if it's not the Marie Kondo channel, that's pirated information. If it's her channel and she is going to get paid through YouTube for you listening to it, listen to it on her thing. If not, it's stolen content. Treat it like you wrote a book. How would you want people to take in your information? If you took the time to write a book, would you want someone to just put the whole audiobook up on YouTube? If it's her or her publisher, it's good to go. Good morning, Mom. This is my mom. Gathering pages from book into one place. From book. What book, Mom? Gathering pages from book into one place. What book? What you talking about, Connie Perry? Good morning, Monique. Chapter 1 and 2 have been sent through Grammarly. Wonderful. How? I guess it's helpful because you've written several books and you've done this process before. So yeah, I guess it's helpful. It's not something I thought about doing. So thank you for that. It's something that I will now do. Thank you, Monique. I hadn't thought about doing that before I send it to the editor. I want to send my editor the best possible version so that she can, have something good to work with. So it makes sense to use the tools available to you before you send it to a person who's going to cost you money, right? Get the basic stuff done first. That's a great idea. Ashe Irie, able to get 3 lists of keywords started to use for SEO research. Good. MSB aromatherapy, things are moving nicely. Junket, working on writing things for TPT. GA, editing a rental agreement template, good, that I may use for my STR, good. So Sweet Deborah Allen, working on a new layout for my garden, that's fun. Good morning, Candace, working on social media, good. Ronnie, planning my day for work and business calls, okay. Auntie Carla, retirement exit interview on the 20th. Yay! Yay, yay, yay! Doubt they're really interested in my opinion. Okay, I'd like to say something meaningful. Okay, yes, yeah, something you want to prepare for. April, working on my book bio. Okay, good. All right, and I think that's where we left off. Okay, good. All right, good. We're doing some good stuff this morning. Good morning, The Creative. Good morning, Tiffany Pittman, joining session 2, doing laundry while meal planning for the next 2 weeks, which includes more raw vegan. Every time I get to an Airbnb, I say, while I'm at this Airbnb, I will go to the grocery store and I will at least make one vegan meal. For me, one meal is 4 days of food, right? I live by myself. If I cook something, I'm eating it for 4 days. I don't care if it goes bad after 2 days. I'm still eating it for 4 days. And every time I get to the store and I'm like, but I don't know what to get. Like, what do I want? I think I've seen that dude. I don't know, the black dude with the beard, right? The long beard, he's young and thin, he has that long beard. He made something with either kale or spinach and squash, maybe? I don't remember if it was squash or sweet potatoes and like quinoa. And it looked good. I would honestly put a little bacon grease in there because that's what I do. I put a little bacon fat in there. in bacon grease, maybe cook the squash in some bacon grease. But I never get to the point where I actually plan ahead of time what to get when I go to the grocery store, so that one of my meals can be raw vegan, right? Like if I'm in a place for 4 weeks, normally I'm in an Airbnb for 4 weeks, like I should be able to make one, not raw vegan, just vegan, make one vegan meal. But I don't do it because I don't do it. And to me, vegan is still including bacon fat. I'm still gonna, I'm cooking. Listen, back in the day, I used to be largely vegetarian back in the day. Especially, yeah, I think when I started running or after I was a runner. And, but I would still cook stuff. I would still cook bacon, and I would still cook stuff in bacon fat. Like, I need some flavor. Bacon fat will transform some mushrooms, right? So, yeah, yes, I'm eating whatever with mushrooms. What did I used to eat? Like no, maybe an eggplant parmesan, but yeah, with bacon fat. Anyway, yes. Okay, yeah, so just check. If it's her channel or her book publisher's channel, no problem, right? If there's a check mark, basically, if there's a verified check mark, it's legit. If not, don't do it, right? Um, Remember when I shared that I listen to video game music? The link that I shared was the wrong link that day. And then I went back and I was like, I'm sharing somebody else's link. I didn't share the playlist from his channel. Okay, break over. I meant to share the playlist from Austin Wintory's channel. Instead, I just shared a link of someone else putting his music up on YouTube. And I'm like, no, we don't do that, right? We find it from the original source and we do that. Okay. All right, let's do it. Another session, another work session. So I'm going to transcribe. Let us know if you're doing something different, or if you haven't already, let us know. There are 36 of us in this live stream. If you haven't already, let us know what you're going to work on. Let us know what you're going to work on for this next 25-minute session. I'm going to pull up two different quotes from two different videos. The first one's going to be easy to find. Martise's video when we interviewed Martise for the summit. The second quote may be a little harder to find, the second within the video. So that's what I'll be doing for 25 minutes. Okay? I'm fumbling. Okay, let's get the timer set for 25 minutes. All right. Okay. Done with that. Yes. Okay. All right. End of session 2. Okay, I'm going to read you JC's quote. I've been quoting her a lot, but I want to read. I quote her a lot. I remember this conversation, but I want to read this to you. What I found from the interview that Rashida and I did back in 2019 from JC that I'm putting in the book. So let me read it to you. JC said, JC took a sabbatical and traveled around for a long time, and she's in her 30s. I'd also probably need to go back and get her demographics. I think she's in her 30s. And she said, I'm an she's talking about how she started telling people that she was going to go take a year off of work to travel, that she'd save the money and she was going to leave her job and travel for a year. She said, I'm an introvert, and I think the biggest feedback I got when I told people I was going was, really, you? I was actually really social on the road. I was partying way more than I do at home. It made me wonder how much of the persona that I was living in New York was actually me versus the me that I constructed for that environment. Maybe there were different versions of me out in the world. And that was really interesting. I also learned how much of who you are is a construct of your upbringing, your immediate world. The way you approach things is about your surroundings. When you're in an environment where everybody was raised different than you, when you're with other tourists, you realize there's no right and wrong, there's no good and bad. Everything is sort of shaped by the way you were raised. That I cannot forget that, right? I will never forget JC saying she realized how she started to see how much of herself was just a construct to survive her current environment, her New York City environment, and how she was a different person in a different place. Yeah, a lot of us, right, are like, oh, I'm a this, I'm a that. I'm an introvert. I'm a hermit. I'm a whatever. But in a different place, you can be a different person, right? I don't know. Is there a multiverse? Are there many versions of us floating around? I don't know. But I will never forget JC saying that. So, of course, I'm going to get her permission to put it in the book. All right. Okay. So, how was session 2? Very productive, Teresa said. It's like I'm proofreading my day to get the most out of it for me. All set now, ready to work for me. Good. I don't like to have to start my day by getting up and going to work. This is a wonderful way to ease into things. Even I don't even like to start my day getting up and doing my work, vicarious.com work. I don't like it. I like to ease into things, which is why it's going to be difficult having children. I'm going to need some help in the morning. Like there will be a nanny in the morning because I don't like to have to get up and start doing. I want to ease into things. Writing for me is different from work, right? The writing for me is for me. It even though I'm writing for other people, it's for me. Whereas the work, like answering emails, that's not for me, right? Answering emails is definitely not for me. Processing, onboarding people through my coaching programs and right, that is not the way that I want to start my day. I want to start my day with writing, fiction or nonfiction, right? And then I want to start my day with a cup of coffee and a journal, hopefully some sort of workout, and then I want to get into the work. I really like easing myself into my day. Right. Good. Junket says progressing. Hope to upload by tomorrow. Wow. Okay. Uh, a Divine Artist says mission accomplished. Ready to get on to the next. Good. Shauna, I think that's one of the best things about travel. Yes, you get to meet a different you. I mean that, like a different you. There's something in here that you haven't met yet. Somebody in here you have not met yet because you're the you of this environment with these people and these demands. And in a different place, you are a different person. Tiffany says, not yet finished with laundry or meal planning. Okay, all right. Erica says, also, don't forget about the family expectations that limit us. That's right. When people see you when people have a preconceived idea of who you are, or not preconceived, but like an idea of who you are, it's hard to be something different. I don't know. Well, it's harder to be something different. I'm a big fan of going to a different place, moving yourself into a different environment. I am a different person in a different place. Ashe, I read that session felt quick and helpful as always. Thank you. Good. Yes, the constructed persona, interesting. Yeah, right. Some stuff we take on as who we are, our personality. And some of it is just who we had to be, not necessarily who we are and not who we want to be. And everything can be changed. Monique, chapter 3 done. Good. Starting on chapter 4. Wonderful. All right, you're making progress. This has been not even a month, three weeks of co-working, and you've made some awesome progress. Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's what I did during the co-working session. I hope that yours was productive too. No ants today. Have I not seen an ant yet? I think I plugged yesterday the place where they're coming in. I don't know if I told you. I thought they were coming in from this door because I'd seen some ants right there. But then yesterday I can't turn around and show you the kitchen because I leave dirty dishes in my sink at night. Okay, I'm a heathen. Connie Perry did not raise me this way, but I got dirty dishes in the sink. I got clean dishes in the dishwasher and dirty dishes in the sink. I hate unloading the dishwasher. I hate unloading the dishwasher. It's my least favorite thing. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. So I can't show you, but I found a space in between. So there's the cabinetry, and then right under the cabinetry, there's this molding, and this goes all the way around. And I found a space in the cabinetry back here where they are taking crumbs. There's like a little trail of crumbs and they take it underneath the cabinetry. So I plugged that with just paper towels. I just plugged the little hole with paper towels. And so I may have solved the problem. For my future stay here, I have not seen an ant yet this morning. So we'll see. I haven't been itching. I haven't been feeling, usually in the mornings, I have to kill a couple ants before I hit the go live button. And then I start off like feeling itchy. But I don't know. I think I may have cured this because I haven't been to the store to get the Ortho Home Defense, which will kill anything. Ortho Home Defense will kill anything. That's what them homeowners in Mexico be using. We buy a house sit for in Mexico. I haven't been to the store yet to get that. But I don't know. Because you could see there was like a little crumb trail. I had some those really thin, it's like a thin, not a cookie, like an elephant ear. I think they call them orejas, little ears. But it wasn't the size of an elephant ear. It was just like this. I bought them at the ferry port when I took the ferry back here, and I put them in a little basket, and I've got half a bagel, a bag of plantain chip, my little snack basket. And them ants had found that thing and had tore into it. And you were taking big old chunks of crumbs up into their little colony. and um, and I think I found the little colony. I just watched them. They're really big ants. They're surprising. They're big ants. I watched where they were going with the crumbs. And they were going into, I thought they would be going out here. They were going into that hole. So I was like, oh, well, here's what I'm going to do. After I plugged that, don't you know, two birds flew in the house. This is just like a wildlife magnet. The door, the back metal door, the security door in the back, has little vent holes in the top that are about like the width of the door, right? The whole thing is a hole with little bars at the top, right? So nothing could get in basically but birds and insects. And two birds just flew right into the kitchen. I'm like, I will never win. I cannot win. I get rid of the ants, and here come two birds just poking around the kitchen, right? So I had made scrambled eggs and left the pan on the stove. I'm sitting back here. I hear something in the kitchen. A bird is standing in the pan eating scraps of scrambled eggs. I'm like, that's cannibalism. I know birds don't eat eggs. Do birds eat eggs? That's you're eating another bird. Okay, MSB aromatherapy would know. She says put peppermint oil near the holes and the ants will stay away. Okay, you don't want me to poison them. Okay, yeah, I'm like, I'm not winning. I'm not winning with with the wildlife. The wildlife wants to be here. Wildlife is determined to be here. Okay, Ronnie planned her appointments for the day. Very happy. That's wonderful. All right, we're making progress. It's lovely here. I will be in this Airbnb through January 6th, except for 2 days. So when I booked the place, he had 2 days that were not available. So I'm going back to, don't tell my mom. My mom was here. Don't tell my mom. I'm going back to where we stayed in the mountains for 2 days. It was beautiful. But I'll be here basically through January 6th. But I'll be in Costa Rica until the 15th. I think I fly out on the 14th or 15th. So I need to find a place for that last week before I head to Mexico and then Puerto Rico. But that's just two. I think I'm only going to be gone for 2 or 3 weeks total. And then I'm coming right back to Costa Rica for another, for February, March, and early April. Yeah. So Rashida and I did some more Morocco planning. Rashida and I are planning our meetup in Morocco. So it looks like it's going to be a go. We're having a terrible time with vendors, but it looks like Morocco, late April is a go. So I'll probably be back here until mid-April when I go back home to get some clothes to then head to Morocco. And then after that, my book will be out in the world by then. So I don't know if May, June, July, I don't know if I'll be back to Costa Rica immediately. I hope that I'll be in the US doing some book tour things, big and small, right? Go visit, if you do a live book club, I would love to go to some book club meetups. I would love to go speak to some people in other places. So I'll be in Costa Rica probably February to early April. And then I don't know if exactly when I'm coming back, which is why it makes no sense for me to get a home, to pay for rent right now. So that's why I'm still Airbnb-ing, even though I love this house and I think he may rent it to me long term. It's not time to have that conversation. I think he may be the person who will rent it to me long term. Usually when birds fly in a house, they act all crazy. These birds seem to come in often because they were just like, what you got? What's on the stove? You know, normally when a bird gets in a house and sees a person, I mean, they just act bananas. They just fling themselves all around the house and they're just like scared and panicked. These birds were like, what you got on the stove? Oh, you don't want me in here? All right, I'll be back when you go to sleep. You know, like, so birds are not my favorite animals, but these birds, they were domesticated. They were domesticated. So I think it's okay. Yeah, I think I found just talking about the ants. Now all of a sudden I feel itchy just talking about it. I think I cured it. I think I cured the ant problem. I really do. I plugged it up with some paper towels, and then I will still do something. So I don't know. Now you told me what to put under here, but I don't know if it'll be easier for me to get the peppermint oil or the Ortho Home Defense, whichever I can find more with easier access. I'll be in, Shauna, I'm going to be in, we're going to all the same places at all different times. Actually, I'm not going to be in Mexico City. I'm going to be in San Miguel de Allende. I'm flying into Querétaro, Mexico. I'm going to San Miguel de Allende. Michelle, who is Expat Life Mexico on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, she has a home that is maybe a bed and breakfast. I actually don't know if I'm supposed to, is it a bed and breakfast? I don't know, but she's hosting some people, me, Rashida, April from the Yarbros, some YouTubers. She's hosting some YouTubers in her bed and breakfast, maybe? Maybe it's called a bed and breakfast in San Miguel de Allende, the 13th through the 16th. Those dates are not exact. I think somewhere around there. So I'll be in San Miguel de Allende, but I'm flying into Querétaro. Angela B. Martin, if you're here, let me know if your Airbnb is available. The birds took the TV. And then I go to Puerto Rico, and I think you're going to Puerto Rico first. Then I go to San Juan, Puerto Rico after that, like the 20th through the 25th, something like that. Commissioner Tia is talking about the Airbnb host had been robbed by a guest a couple of guests ago who took a TV, they took the fire sticks, they took table lamps, they took the tables, they took the end tables and coffee tables. I think they took the refrigerator, they took the propane canisters, which is why, I mean, I really think this man is on his last leg with Airbnb. And I think if the timing is right and if the price is right, he'll be like, yeah, you can just stay here as a renter. Instead of me Airbnb-ing this place out, it would be less frustrating for me to just have you as a renter. But that conversation is way too premature now. I'm leaving here and I won't be back until either June, May, June, July, May or July, I'll say. If I don't come back in May, I probably won't come back until July. And that's rainy season. That's the rainy season. So July, August, September, October, I really don't want to be here, frankly. So I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know. I'm going to play it by ear. I'm not going to force it. I've done a lot of trying to force things that just like what I got once I relaxed was way better than what I got when I tried to force things. I did an Instagram live yesterday on IG, and we talked about this. I'm like Big Curious on Instagram. They were like, thanks for that. Katrina said yesterday they were trying to furnish their own Airbnb. So the person who stayed just a couple of weeks ago, the November review from this Airbnb said, it's a beautiful home, but there's no lamps. And I read that and I was like, that is strange, but I don't think it's going to bother me, right? And now I understand why there are no lamps. He said they stole his lamps. They stole his propane tanks. They're too little. He had a propane tank, to cook from the stove, and then they had a backup tank. He said they stole the tank and the backup tank. Stole his coffee table. The coffee table is really cheap compared to the rest of the stuff in the house. I don't know, you can't really see it. Coffee table looks like it's made out of like paper. And it makes sense now that this is not the coffee table he had in this house. It's hilarious. The artwork is different. When you go back and look at this place on Airbnb, everything that's different seems to have been stolen. That's a risk. That's a risk. So I go from having destroyed somebody's yard in one Airbnb to coming into another Airbnb where somebody just stole everything they could get, whatever they could get in a reasonable amount of time. Right? Being a business owner has downsides, right? Being an Airbnb host has some downsides. Okay, all right, I'm not gonna keep you. If you're doing another round of work, have a wonderful next session. If you're done working for the day, Have a wonderful day. Everyone have a wonderful day. Okay. Thank you very much for coming in and working together with us. I'm not going to do one tomorrow. So we'll be back Monday, which is the week, Christmas week. Is that okay that we still co-work next week? If you don't want to come, you don't have to come. I'll say that. But I'll be back next Monday, the 19th. 19th and 20th are the days that the red needs to be, the 20th is the day the red needs to be gone from my draft. But I'm really close to that. I'm going to make that deadline of the December 20th. I'm going to make the 20th deadline. So we'll be back here together on the 19th. If you want to co-work on Saturday, I think maybe Friday and Saturday, the Patreon community does co-working on Zoom. So if you're a member of the Patreon community, go to the Discord to get the Zoom link. I know, listen, I know it's an ordeal, but right. If you're already a member of the Patreon, go over to Discord to get the Zoom link. If you're not a member of the Patreon, you may want to go ahead and join us anyway, so that you can do some co-working on Friday and Saturday. Okay, have a wonderful day, friends. Thanks for coming in and thanks for working on your thing, right? Thanks for working on something that you've decided is important for you. That's going to move the needle for you. That's going to give you a better day, a better week, a better year. Thank you for working on that. I appreciate you coming in and helping me do the same thing and holding me accountable. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.